Hey guys, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome back to
Boots
Idiot.
the house down Mama's sleigh.
Welcome back to Idiot Cinema episode 14. We took a little hiatus for the Christmas holidays, but we are back and better than ever. It is Friday the 13th today.
Oh, shit.
And today we are doing a movie. Ryan chose the movie. Oh wait, I'm James. Jack. Ryan's here. Both Jacksons are here. And MK's here.
And I'm here too.
And Ryan chose the movie. Ryan, which movie are we going to be discussing today on the pod?
We're going to be discussing the 1999 hit classic directed by David Fincher, Fight Club. Yeah.
And we've already
Came
done...
out in 1999?
Yeah.
That was like a 2003 movie or something.
No,
It feels like a 2003
I thought
movie.
it was. I knew it was a 90s movie. I could tell.
No.
Like, really?
Okay.
The
Yeah, we-
visual effects look
we've already-
really
Beautiful,
good.
yeah.
I'm like, that is
Especially
not
the scenes when they were
1990.
explaining
Shut the
like
fuck
how
up.
his
Guys,
apartment
you
could have
guys-
lit on fire and shit.
Yeah, like that is not a 90s
I'm
movie.
gonna throw this in the air.
We've already done one of Fincher's movies on the podcast before. We did seven
Yeah.
Doesn't make me.
earlier,
did-
chosen by Jack. And we're just going to start this off by going around the table, and we're going to talk about everyone's opinion and what they thought about the movie. Rated out of 10. Start with Jack. And go over Ryan, because I know he's going to be last, because I know he has
Yeah.
the most to say about this
I
movie.
warned.
Well, Fight Club, a very interesting
You're
movie.
breaking the first two rules.
Oh my
You
god.
know, this
Spoilers.
entire podcast episode is breaking the first two rules. So.
Spoilers.
It was a
We're
very,
gonna get
it
shadow
was a
banned.
very unique film. It was very grimy and it was very dirty, but I feel like that's because of the film's plot and ideals. So I thought the movie was very well done. It was just very dirty.
That was dirty.
Oh.
Yeah, every time I just smack him too.
It has been like 4 years since I've seen Fight Club, so I remember.
Why are you holding it like a sandwich?
He's holding it like a
Is that not what
microphone.
it is? It takes a fucking bite out of it. Giant burrito.
Yeah. Hold it like that.
Jack, you seem like the child to take a bite out of a pool noodle when you were little.
Definitely those like.
No, but I did
foam
eat sand.
dodgeballs. Those foam
No.
dodgeballs, bro.
The dirt eater.
Those just look good. Those
They-
just look.
yeah.
They just look.
Ryan just wants to talk
appetizing.
about Fight Club. Look at that. Look at
just wanna
We
the.
have to get around the
Day.
circle. We have to
Okay.
get around the circle.
Well, anyway, it's been like 4 years since I've actually seen Fight Club, so I don't remember much. I remember liking it, so like a 9 out of 10.
Oh, wait, what did you give it?
Yeah, what was your rating?
Oh, my rating. I'm giving it an 8.5.
We're going into decimals.
I give this movie a straight 10 out of 10. It was beautiful. It
I love
explained
the part where the penis showed up.
it explained everything that needed to be explained. As you were saying, dirty, grimy, but it was like beautiful, dirty and grimy. Here you go, okay.
I liked it. I think it was clever, but I think it thought it was clever. So there was times where it was a little preachy, and I was kind of like, okay, we get it. You did a callback. You're not the cool. He's shaking with anger. Look at him.
He's edging.
What's the point?
I'm gonna give it.
That's the point.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
I'm gonna shit on your silk-covered pillow.
I think it got its job done. The plot was a little all over the place. I didn't know why some things were happening, but I got the point when it was done, and I was like, you know what? Thorough experience.
He's writhing.
Just a little.
Like he's actually.
You're making,
It was a
about
little
to
like,
blow.
okay, we get it.
you're making him violent.
Your turn.
Okay, Fight Club, more like Shite Club, I like to say, because 2 out of 10 movie. I'm
Are you-
kid-
oh,
I'm-
I was gonna be like, are you being like
No,
serious?
if I was being truthful about that, you would have dove across the table. And thought-
Yeah.
Got you.
And done Fight Club
Honestly-
on you.
You son of a bitch!
Honestly, 8.5 to 9 out of 10 for me. I thought it was a really good looking movie, even though it did look really dirty, but it was like beautifully dirty, like
Yeah.
Jaxon said. I thought the story was good. I thought the characters were good. Me and Jack, when we watched it together on YouTube, we went into it knowing the twist was already a thing, so it
that
kind
of ruins.
At this point, like, it's been so long since the movie came out.
Oh,
the twist
spoilers
is
for
so
Fight Club.
The twist
Yeah,
was
spoilers for Fight
the
Club.
twist was so well known that it was kind of impossible for James and I not to know it when
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
into the movie.
Like I still went I went into it knowing the twist, and it still fucked with my mind
Yeah.
so much. Like, I don't know.
Are you ready to talk about it, Ryan?
Straight up 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 movie. I kill yourself. 10 out of 10 movie. It has replaced my number one.
What was your number one?
Swiss Army Man.
Uh,
Yeah.
Is it above Taxi Driver?
It goes Fight Club, Swiss Army Man, then Taxi Driver.
Ooh.
So 2 of your top 3 are
Shit.
Sigma male movies.
I don't want to talk about it.
Don't worry.
Swiss Army Man isn't really a Sigma male movie.
I meant Taxi Driver.
Yeah,
I said
Taxi
2 of our
Driver,
2 of
not-
his top.
not-
No, and I just it's so good. 2 days after watching it, I bought the book as well. It's actually shit compared to the movie. And yeah. Anyways,
I love Meatloaf.
Topic
It's
of-
giant.
me too. Topic of discussion: they're gay for each other,
But they're the same person.
but they're gay for each other. Talk amongst yourselves.
If they
What?
were a candle.
If they were a kid.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah,
It would
okay.
smell like liposuction fat soap. That shit was gross, and they were taken out of the.
Why was I actually about to say liposuction? What is with you? Why are you like
Because
this?
that's in the movie.
Yeah, but still, like I was thinking the exact same thing.
I was
I feel like
honestly.
if Tyler Durden was a candle, he would smell like liposuction and like
Moss.
sex.
Yeah.
Also,
I love. Okay, I have to do the womanly complaining because Martha was so cool.
Marla.
Marla.
Is that Helena Bonham Carter's
Yeah.
character?
Yeah.
She was so
God damn.
cool, and then she got reduced to a sex character, and I was kind of like, she was so much more.
My favorite female character was Bob.
Yeah,
Me
he
too.
was.
Pretty good.
He was with his giant. His
What?
giant
They actually made soap out of Marla's mother in the book.
Huh?
I almost wish they included that in the movie to give her anything else, because she at the beginning she's so cool.
Yeah.
When she's like, I'm doing the same thing, I don't give a fuck. So cool, and then it's just. Sometimes she's loud when she does it upstairs, and then that's her whole character for the rest of the thing.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
If Bob was a candle.
He'd smell like
Sadness.
tears.
And
Depression.
and
Sadness.
divorce papers.
he would
Bullet.
smell.
yeah.
He would smell the way I
Bullet.
think the army would smell.
like barracks and like
Like
tears.
patriotism.
Tears, but like tears.
If
and
Edward
just, like,
Norton was a
sweat.
candle, he'd smell like just
Whatever.
blood.
IKEA furniture.
Edward
IKEA
Norton or
furniture.
the character
Edward Norton.
as a
like-
person.
as a person.
What?
Ryan
No,
has
no, no.
gotten
Laundry
No, no.
soap.
Okay, well, wait.
Daily-
who was-
Baby powder. He
And
would
baby
smell like
powder.
baby
Tyler
powder.
Durden. What was Edward Norton's character's name?
He didn't have a
He
name.
didn't
He didn't
was
have a
just
name,
the
but on
narrator.
set they called him Jack.
You know, he had many names when he went to each of these things.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
didn't.
Cornelius. That was the first one that we
Can we
saw.
just call him Cornelius?
I feel like that's.
I just call him the narrator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I just call him
Call him
gay.
Edward
and-
Norton.
I just call him my little twink, and that's all.
Call him Edward Norton.
Okay, can I have the talking noodle? Okay. when I started this movie, I was not expecting it to escalate to domestic terrorism. I thought it was just a movie about
Yeah.
people fighting in a basement or something.
Yeah. I think that's the part that fucked me up.
Yeah.
That's
And-
another thing. I was confused when it went to Project Mayhem because it goes from like, okay, yeah, this is what the movie's about. It's about the little fight club, into domestic terrorism in 2 seconds, and you're like,
It's
what
because
happened?
Tyler Durden had this whole plan of like fucking destroying
Credit card
society and
companies?
capitalism and fucking yeah.
He wanted to destroy all the credit card company
everybody could be
buildings.
reset
So
to zero.
yeah,
Yeah.
so everyone can start again.
The scene that he was just like running for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I felt that.
When, when he's like there's I don't know.
It
He
was
runs
so-
really funny.
It was so intense for no reason for someone, a grown man running in a robe. Like,
Yeah.
Did like his
It's
robe. His robe was a good touch. I like how the costume people, they did a good job.
They did.
The makeup people, fuck me up. I was grossed out a lot in that movie.
When Jared Leto got really fucked
Yeah.
up, and I was like, holy shit, what happened to him?
that was one of my favorite scenes the whole movie, bro.
He beat him up because
He-
Tyler Durden looked at him all like lovey, and then the narrator was like, "No, that's my boyfriend," and that's why he beat him up. Gay.
I thought it was gay because he's like, I want to destroy something beautiful. And then he went to the blonde-haired, blue-eyes little boy.
Yeah,
and
but
was
did you
like,
not see that look that he was giving Jared Leto after he had talked to Tyler Durden?
No.
But then he
was
was
looking
the
at him
one
like-
talking to... So he was jealous of himself?
He doesn't know that. At that point, he still
He's
doesn't
dumb,
know
he
that they're the
doesn't
same
understand.
person. Yeah.
Wait, so if they're the same, they are the same person, and he said that like sometimes he imagines himself like watching himself do stuff. Was he just cucking himself out of like
Yeah.
having sex with Marla?
I think he was.
Yeah. And like it's cool because whenever somebody's talking to Tyler Durden, you never see the narrator like speak or anything.
No.
Like in the conversation.
And I like the little flashes throughout the movie.
Yeah,
of,
there were
like,
4 in the beginning.
Yeah.
yeah, just him.
That was the one part I will give it. I'm like, that was cool.
He's
Why are
like,
you
he's
raising
a
your
noodle.
hand to speak?
Because and also I thought that was cool because after he did the little flashes of himself when they were talking about like cutting in dicks into children's movies.
I have
What?
a question.
What?
If Tyler was the one that did, Tyler's the one who put the penis in at the end of the
It was
movie.
just Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Is that what we're supposed to assume? So then he didn't actually die when Edward shot himself in the face.
Yeah, how did he survive getting shot in the face?
It came out of his
That's
mouth.
another
It
thing.
came out
It came out
there.
of his cheek.
No, I'm saying, did Tyler Durden survive? Because he made it sound like, boom, okay, now he's dead.
I
But then
thought,
now
like,
did he put the penis at the end of the movie?
I think it was just kind of
A callback.
yeah.
But is he alive?
Well, no, because
No,
Then how did
Edward
he do
Norton
it?
was always Tyler Durden.
my theory is that when he shoots himself in the mouth, killing Tyler Durden, I think that's him merging the two.
Yeah.
Like he's
Okay.
becoming Tyler and the narrator.
Like he's
That
taking
makes
Tyler's
good
best
quotes
traits
in
and
the
putting
back.
them into himself instead of putting them in a different
yeah,
person.
so now he's
Yeah.
not like split into two. Now he's one.
Yeah.
I will say the scene.
Because that's why he's
Where-
so calm after shooting himself in the
Yeah.
face. He's like, I'm good. I'm good.
Whatever. I like the scene where he was like, "No, the gun's in my hand," and he looked down,
And
and
it
he
was-
was like,
yeah.
"Doesn't make a difference." That part, I think that was the coolest.
I like.
I like the
Tyler
part where
Durden
he
scene is so
picks a
good.
fight with his boss, but he's just beating himself up, and then he's like,
Why would you do that?
No,
Why would
no.
you do that?
I did not get it.
And I like when he said he was called like he thought about his first fight with Tyler.
And it was just
he
him,
beating
like,
himself
him
up.
beating
He was
himself
just
up.
beating himself up. Oh, so
How the
much.
hell did he manage to get himself an audience by just punching himself?
That would get you an audience.
That would get you an audience, but why would they join in? You
Yeah.
would get the police calls.
He's like, I want to do
Like-
that too. I want to.
Like, when I was watching the movie, I'm like, what does this have to do with a fight club? Oh, no.
Oh
You
no!
know it? Yeah.
Listener, Ryan spelled coffee all over himself.
I was a little confused on, like,
Supposed to be
how
sure.
it would, like, why there's a fight club in here, and then, like, all of a sudden it escalates into a domestic terrorist organization. I'm like, okay, and then when he travels to other cities, and all of a sudden there's, like, even more people, like, how
I think
large his organization, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of like, sorry, I'd say a Joker fucking moment. 'Cause you know the Joker, how he thinks everyone supports him at the end. Like, I thought it wasn't real. Like, I thought when the police were like,
We're gonna chop your balls off.
yeah, just like we believe. I thought it was him imagining it. I didn't realize. I didn't know.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it supposed to be that way?
It
where
is.
you can't really tell him.
No, it is that way because do you remember when Tyler Durden was like when they had like went to take that business guy's like his balls off? They were like, "Don't fuck with us. We're the people that do all this and shit, and like
Yeah.
we're on the city." Basically, he was being for real about that.
Okay.
Because even in the book, it confirms that like policemen, law clerks, and like all that kind of shit go to Fight Club.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jackson, you have the
Oh.
stick.
It's a pretty well known thing, but like the whole like first fighting scene. But like in when they're filming, when they said when Edward Norton when Brad Pitt told Edward Norton, it's like, hey, hit me as hard as you
Yeah, I
fucking
punched
can.
him in the
It-
ear.
And he
Yeah,
punched
it
him
was
in the
real.
ear like it was real.
Yeah.
And I like that there's moments in that movie, all throughout the movie, where it's just like actually punch me so it seems real.
It was
like,
the
there's a lot of
saddest
movie.
little like.
I know.
Flip ever.
Ow,
In
bunch.
the ear.
But you know sometimes
in the
when you
ear,
just get
man.
hit in the ear wrong and you're just like, oh,
I've never been hit in the ear,
Really?
You
man.
never got
No.
like
Would you
socked
like
in the
to-
face.
No, I
Never
don't
been
cause
like
problems.
genuinely punched.
No,
No,
I don't
haven't.
cause issues anywhere.
Am I the only one who's been genuinely punched in the face?
By
No.
who?
This is like elementary school. I was really like,
Oh, that doesn't.
high
okay.
school.
Oh yeah.
I was really mad. Oh my god.
Like, I've had the wind knocked out of me by a person. So,
that too.
I just don't speak to people, so I steer clear of danger. However, when you were watching Fight Club, did you kind of also want to participate in Fight Club?
yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Thank
Because
you.
I'd be like, wow, I could totally do this. In reality, I couldn't fucking do it.
Like, I was watching and going like when you watch other cool action scenes in movies, you're like, oh, it'd be so cool if I was the one doing that. When I watch Fight Club, I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
murdered.
That
Like-
floor
like- well,
of
like
the
after-
basement, syphilis. I don't want it.
No, like when Edward,
It's not.
when the narrator's like brushing his teeth and then one of them falls out and he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm like, I don't want that to happen. I like my teeth. I don't want those to fall out.
What about the part where the guy comes down into the basement?
I'm fucking Lou.
And he's like,
And then
I'm
they
fucking
beat him up.
Luke, and then he beats the shit out of fucking
When he jumps
Tyler,
on him
and then he
spits
jumps
on
out
him,
and
he's like,
spits
you
all
don't
his
know where
fucking-
I've been.
No,
He's like, fine, you can use it. You can use it. Like, retreat to the.
Yeah, that was the most worthless scene. I'm sorry. That had Like, what was the point of that?
And like all 20 people are
His
just
strength is
standing
a
there,
leader.
and they're all like violent people. And no one's backing him up on this. There's like, well, the guy had a gun, but like Bob's tits could have like absorbed it.
Probably.
Bob broke another rule
And a quote
aside from talking about Fight Club.
And a quote of
What did he
from
bring?
The Whale. What's it gonna do? My internal organs are pushed in at least.
Oh
2
yeah,
feet.
he has a shirt on.
He has a shirt on
Well, it's
because,
because of his
one of the
titties.
rules was no shirts,
No
no
shirt.
shoes. But because he
Oh.
Meatloaf had to wear a fat suit, he
They
couldn't.
were like,
that
whatever,
was,
you can
yeah.
just get away with it.
God, I want to
Why
name
is
like
his name
Meatloaf because he's cool.
He was a singer.
I
he
mean,
died
there's-
like last year.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Are you ready?
No,
It's
he
like
died
rappers
like
named Ice-T
Wait,
or Ice Cube.
are you ready? Damn it, I thought I was
What,
gonna
was,
go
what were you
further.
gonna? What?
I wanted to like
Point
spoil
it at
it.
Ryan, how do you? I mean, Jackson.
What?
How do you feel about
You got
Meatloaf's titties in the movie? Are they majestic as shit or what?
See, this is a difficult question. Yes. But
You liked the bitch tits?
well,
It's bitch tits.
I was not expecting
I
that
like
from a movie
meat-
called
I like-
Fight Club.
I like Meatloaf. Like
And his bitch tits.
I like
well,
Meatloaf too.
by
It's very
by
tasty.
extension,
Yeah.
I love Meatloaf. And then by extension,
I like his.
I like
Fat
the
Pat
tits.
loves
I like
bitch
the part
tits.
where spoilers. I like the part where after Meatloaf's character dies.
Well, we said spoilers.
Paulson.
Yeah,
His
and
name
he's
is
like,
When did he
Robert Paulson.
die? Oh yeah, he got shot.
yeah,
Yeah.
he gets shot setting up a bomb at the big like
Yeah.
giant ball thing.
And then all of a sudden,
And then,
everyone's
like,
oh, this is
he's
so
like this. He had a name. He's not just a nameless person. He had a name. He's like his name is Robert Paulson. Then everyone takes it like a cult thing. And
Yeah.
they're all just repeating his
That
name.
was one of the best scenes, honestly.
Then he goes back. Like when he's trying to find Tyler at one of the cities, he can find a bunch of chefs like chanting the name. His name was Robert Paulson. I'm like, oh my god.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's like homework assignment. Be a fucking supervillain.
Yeah, literally.
Threatens a convenience store owner that if he doesn't apply to like veterinarian school,
That was
come
one of
on,
my
he's gonna
favorite
kill
goddamn
him.
scenes.
Get your life in order, or I will kill you.
I need someone to do that to me real
Right.
quick.
He gave me Michael Bay's Optimus Prime vibes. Defend my family or die.
Dude, Optimus
Yeah.
Prime has like. We gotta do fucking Transformers.
None of you
movies.
Yeah.
I've
No.
never seen any Transformers.
no,
I
like, you
love
haven't seen any of
Transformers.
the Michael Bay ones.
No, because
Dude.
from any trailer I've seen, I'm like, this is shit.
It is.
Yeah.
They,
But
they, are,
it's
they are
fun.
terrible.
Optimus
They're fun.
Prime in the original is supposed to be like this, benevolent, like I don't think that's the right word. He's like supposed to be like this
Benevolent
fearless,
is not the
fearless,
right word.
That's the right word.
like, he's a
Like, he's a kind
fearless
leader.
leader. And the Michael Bay movies, he's like a murderer.
He's ripping people's faces
Who
off and
gets,
shit.
like-
who gets the next pick of movie?
I thought you were doing
Thank
Glass
you.
Onion. If we're going around the table, you're doing Glass Onion next.
Okay, I was gonna do Glass Onion or I was gonna do Tropic Thunder.
Oh.
How about we take a vote?
Well, it's
I don't- I
well, what
don't
does she? What do you
either,
want?
so.
What do you want?
Glass, I think I kind of want to do both. Could someone else pick Glass Onion right after?
James can pick
Or could
Glass
someone
Onion.
else pick Tropic Thunder right after Glass Onion?
I'd be happy to do Tropic Thunder right after
Okay.
Glass
Okay.
Onion.
So
Okay.
Glass Onion.
Glass Onion, then Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen
Okay.
Tropic Thunder in a while.
Me too.
Anyways, more about Fight Club.
Yeah.
I
liked-
Fight Club.
I thought the scene where him and Tyler were fighting in the parking garage, and like we're fighting, and it cuts to, like the security cameras, and it's just Edward Norton beating the shit out of himself. I thought that was really funny.
What's your favorite
through
like
like a
little
truck.
moment from the movie? Can I go first?
This one.
Yeah, go.
I like the part where he talks about Tyler's many job. Wait, no.
And he's
I like.
pissing in the soup.
Yeah. And he's like, don't ask what the sauce and the clam chowder is.
Yeah.
And then later,
Can't go when you watch.
later in the movie, when he's talking to
Marla.
Marla, he's like, Marla asks for the clam chowder, and then he goes, make it clean, like actually clean. And he's like, I don't suggest the clam chowder. Then he's like, yeah.
Yeah, no, my favorite part was when he was on the phone with Marla when she was like trying to kill herself and fucking Brad Pitt's just doing karate in the back.
Yeah. Ha!
That's
Ha!
not part I don't understand. Who went and got her?
Dude, I just realized
him?
the reason why.
No, because like
Tyler
every time
Durden shows
she comes
up.
downstairs
Sorry.
and talks to
The
the narrator.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do your thing
Okay.
after I do my thing.
Yeah.
But it's like-
I gotta do mine.
because I think like as soon as he puts the phone down on the thing, and then Tyler like walks up to it, he just left to go see her as soon as he put the phone down. That's
Yeah.
why he got here so fast, Tyler or not. It was like
I know it's not the same as the movie, but in the book, he went to go to sleep, and whenever the narrator sleeps, that's when Tyler
Gets up.
uses that body to do anything. So I think he went to go to sleep, and then Brad Pitt fucking...
That's why he has
That makes
insomnia.
sense.
Yeah, that's why...
That makes sense.
What was the point of like they're on the plane and then there's a random like hyper violent plane crash out of nowhere and I'm like, what the fuck?
I think it was reference to after when Brad Pitt was showing him like the what to do in case of emergency, how they're all like happy and how oxygen makes you high, so they're fine.
God.
It's like, yeah, I blew up your condo.
Oops.
All of your IKEA,
Yeah,
your
what?
yin yang table.
That too.
I don't
Who
understand that
blew it
part.
up?
Tyler.
Yes.
So himself?
He
He
blew
blew
it
it up
himself.
himself, but it was blown up after he had got off the plane and back to his house. So
Yeah.
how did he?
Didn't he say?
He
didn't
must
they
have
say
planned
it
it
was a
in
gas
advance. He must have done it in
Yeah,
advance.
Because when
Yeah,
the
he
guy
said it
called
was
him,
gas
he was like,
leak.
"Oh, it was a gas leak." It was
Because
just
he
a
was
bunch of
slowly
things set
leaking
up.
gas into his house.
So
Oh, I
when
just
he
want to
left,
hold
he
it.
probably
You can
started
talk. I
leaking
want to
gas.
hold it.
Yeah.
No, I just
Let
want
me
to do
do
this.
that right now.
Also, like, he has, like, those, I guess Tyler is his, like, insomniac episodes, like,
Yeah.
so, like, anything, because, like, he talks about how he's going day and day and day, different time zones, and he doesn't remember a lot.
Mhm.
That's because Tyler's out, obviously, so
And that should have been
it's
such
literally
a.
an episode.
It should have been the biggest clue as to like that he was Tyler Durden when other fight clubs were being set up in literally every other place he went to for work.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Oh, that's what.
Very,
okay.
very-
Oh yeah, because he traveled around a lot.
because he thought Tyler
I
For
never.
the car,
I didn't
for
think
the car
about that.
company.
He thought Tyler traveled around a lot, because, you know, like, there's that one scene where they're in, like, the hotel and shit, so, I don't know.
There was only one bed.
Oh.
I don't. I felt
They're
like
gay.
the reveal.
No,
Of,
because we're the same person.
The same person.
Gay.
We're not gay.
We're not gay.
I felt like the reveal of it was
Stop it.
kind of lame.
And, like, I'm you.
Like I.
Say it.
Yeah, like they didn't like do like a crazy twist.
I wish
moment.
it was
just
at,
like
like-
a, I'm you, and it was like, oh.
I wish it was up when they were in the fucking bell. Where the fuck are they?
I think the
top
twist.
of the building.
I wish it was there.
I think the twist is more. It's not that they're the same person. It's more like they
He's
like
not real.
they just mention the twist like very quickly. But I think that like it's more revealed as a twist of like how far the Fight Club reaches. Like when he's in the police and like the guy goes, "Sir," and then you realize, oh, he's not saying "sir" because I'm just a guy that he doesn't know. I'm the
fucking-
leader.
I'm
You
the
literally
fucking
find out
guy.
that they're the same person when he calls Marla and she literally calls him Tyler Durden.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like, who am
So-
I?
and I
Tyler
thought that
Durden.
was-
When-
Tyler Durden. I'm like, why are you saying his last name?
Yeah.
Or when she leaves and she's like, "You're such a nutcase. I can't keep up with the two of you."
The two of you.
Doesn't she say something like that?
No, just I can't keep up with you.
Yeah.
Like every
She only
time she
sees the
comes
one person.
downstairs after like having sex with Tyler, and talks to the narrator, it's always confused. Like, it's like, why are you acting like this? Like she's
Or no,
acting like
she
she just had
says,
sex
like-
with him, and now he's like in her perspective, the night before. He wanted all he wanted was to like sleep with her, and then the next morning he's kicking her out of her house because he has no idea who she is.
But what was I gonna say?
She's in that again. He goes,
What was I gonna say?
leave.
Because at one point he says like, "Oh
Tyler's
no,
a
we
leader.
don't have that kind of relationship." And then she goes, "We? What do you mean we?" And then he like fucks right off. He's like, "I gotta go over here." Like,
And he's in the basement drilling. He's like, "What's that noise?" Like, "What noise?"
You're fucking.
He's like, why are you talking about me?
And
What?
the part where he goes to the hospital for some reason and he was like, sometimes Tyler speaks for me. And Tyler's like, you fell down a flight of stairs, and he's like, I fell down a flight of stairs. He's
Oh
so
yeah.
very clear. Like when you watch it the second time, he's so very clearly not there.
Yeah.
Because like, oh,
Why would you repeat it? Yeah.
It's
I
like
love
The
Fight Club.
Sixth Sense. Spoilers for The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis, where he's not actually there the whole time.
That's
Okay.
one movie I know everything about, but I've never watched it. I never will watch.
I watched
it was
it.
pretty
Bless
good.
me.
There's one scene I'm kind of confused about. When he's in the car with Tyler,
Oh, right, yeah, no, I
and the two guys are in the back.
Right, yeah.
What is happening? Like, is Tyler talking to no one in
It
front
would
of
be
these
it
guys?
in
it'd
the
be
car.
Edward Norton sitting. It would be him sitting at the driver's seat, talking to a passenger that isn't there. It's a back and forth.
Okay.
When they
He's just talking
crash,
to himself.
No, I'm holding it.
Yeah,
like,
when
I'm like,
when
okay.
they crash,
When
he's
they-
like laughing to himself.
when they crash, you can see that the narrator actually comes out of the driver's side.
Oh
door.
yeah, I remember you
Yeah.
saying that.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
And then but then I thought the big clue is that Tyler isn't harmed. He's just laughing.
Yeah, I don't know. They kind of. I didn't really like that scene because it didn't make any sense. In the book, he was actually talking to. Do you remember the guy that delivered the car to them? And
Yes.
He's like, yeah, he was in the car with that guy in the book, and they were talking, having the exact same conversation. But it made more sense there because it wasn't fucking Tyler.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's just in the driver's seat talking to himself, and then because he definitely his followers definitely know he has a split personality, because like when he's talking in the police station, talking about how like he has to, he's like telling the cops that Tyler Durden is planning on doing something. It's like, yeah, he told me you'd say that.
Yeah.
So they have to know. His followers have to know that they're the same person.
Why is Jared Leto so blonde?
So when he was in the passenger seat,
That's the real
he would
problem.
probably be
character's name was
talking to
fucking
himself,
Angel
and
Face.
then, and then
Yeah,
his
Angel
followers in the
Face.
back know that he's just talking.
How
to
do you
himself.
think both of them are gay? And there's literally a character named Angel Face.
Angel Face. I thought like when I
That's
looked
why
at
the narrator got jealous.
I looked at
Because he
the
knew they were
He
both
said
gay.
2 twinks. No.
I looked
Story
at the
is
cast
number
list
one.
and I saw Jared Leto as a person named Angel Face, and I thought of another role that he was in where he played a hooker, like a male hooker, and
What
I was
movie?
like, I don't know, I don't know. I just remember seeing a scene where he hops into a car and he's like dressed in drag, and I'm like, is this the movie where he's in?
I know
It-
exactly. I can't remember what the movie's called.
It was
I know
in
exactly what
Suicide
you're talking about.
It was the Suicide Squad.
My fucking god.
I don't like Jared Leto.
Don't applaud Jared Leto's transgender mammy.
No,
What?
just don't applaud Jared Leto.
I
My
mean,
man is insane.
He doesn't.
that's an ugly woman. That's an ugly lady.
He has a cult.
His
man. He
face
has a
is
cult.
just.
Why is there
He
a
does have a cult.
lot
I
of
liked him in Requiem for a Dream.
That's one that I
Jared
have
Leto?
yet to
Yeah,
see.
he
Yeah.
played the guy who's addicted to heroin.
That just doesn't look.
Yeah,
like
he was
it
in
does-
the-
It's weird.
There's a lot.
Was it good though?
It was good, yeah.
It's
It's
Jared
just
Leto
a
has
movie
beautiful
about
hair.
how the effects of
Literally,
drugs can
okay, no,
destroy
I
life.
want-
no.
Like each character is
Dude, Jared
affected by
Leto
different. Like
cross-dressing
Jared Leto
cameo.
is addicted.
No.
Jared Leto and his girlfriend, played by Jennifer Connelly, are both addicted to heroin,
Mhm.
and then Jared Leto's mother is addicted to these diet pills.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
I've
like
heard-
yeah. By the end, like their lives all go to shit.
I was gonna say I've heard that it's also a mindfuck movie, but I don't know.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it all-
Because there's a whole like his mom is looking watches this like big
Dallas
reality show,
Buyers
and she
Club?
dreams to be
Yeah, the
on
Dallas
it.
Buyers Club.
And then
That's what it is.
later when she's like having like a big like psychic episode, she sees him.
Psychic.
Yeah, psychedelic episode. She
Psychic.
sees. I can't speak. I'm sorry. She like
Fine, you're fine.
sees the TV host come out of the TV and like talking to her like,
Shit.
you can't be on this show. You're too ugly. And then
Felt
yeah,
that.
Okay.
and then she ends
Where
up
What
is
were you
it?
two talking about?
Requiem for a Dream.
Okay.
That could be a movie we can watch.
It's
It's very tragic.
Spoilers
Yeah.
for
Oh, God,
Requiem of a Dream.
For a Dream.
For a dream.
That's just
That's a
one of the
movie
characters whose lives get ruined.
about
There's
the
still
Requiem.
every other character
Heroin.
whose lives get ruined.
Alright, if Fight Club was a candle.
Fight Club as a whole.
If the movie Fight Club was a candle,
Fight
it would
Club
smell
as
like
a candle.
grease and
Yes.
blood.
Blubber.
Wet
Grease.
basement.
Yes,
and
wet
blood.
basement, like a
Mold and grease.
yeah,
Mold and blood.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
I
And
imagine
just
a,
chemicals.
like a sweaty industrial warehouse.
And like
Yes.
a really
Yeah.
shit old
I'd buy that
And
candle.
maybe
You walk
sandalwood
into
to
a
give
house,
it
you
that more
vomit.
a candle scent.
I know you guys don't know what it smells like, but I feel like it would smell like my great grandmother's basement.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? I kind of understand that.
yeah, no, I understand.
Wait,
Yeah.
Was your great grandmother a hoarder or no?
No.
Okay,
she,
then never
she
mind,
was
I don't know.
Ukrainian.
Oh,
Well,
that's...
same as mine, but yeah. Okay, so
Stop fingering the noodle.
okay, so
fingering the noodle.
with the house that Tyler lives in, do you think that was an actual house, or do you think the narrator, as Tyler, just found it and moved in?
Oh, probably.
I like to
probably
think
Then
that
how
he
did-
just found it.
The lights
it's
work
like-
and
No,
No,
because
because he said it used to be a
rented in
crime
his-
house.
I thought it
Oh,
rented
it
in
was
his
rented
name.
in his
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a murder scene house, and it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
run down, and like the electricity barely works. Like,
Like,
everything
to go to the
barely works.
basement.
To shut things off when it rained. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the basement gets flooded when it's raining.
When they were shooting golf balls in that one part, they were actually shooting the balls at. They were really drunk in that scene, and they were shooting the golf balls at the catering truck that they had on set.
Yeah.
Oh, did they pay to fix it or
I
no?
don't know.
Probably not. It's
No.
Brad Pitt.
It's yeah. Watching that movie made me feel like a teenage girl in the '90s.
You're like,
Why?
Because I'm like, Brad Pitt.
Meatloaf.
I get Brad. I get Brad Pitt in that movie. I don't get Edward Norton. He
Stick.
has a baby face.
And now he looks like an old woman.
Yeah, he has the mouth of like just
He's
an
a very
infant.
he's a very average looking guy. Like you'll see him and he's like, oh, that's just a guy. You
Yeah.
know?
And then
Just a
him
man.
with Brad Pitt is not an equal match.
And then him and
at all.
Angelina Jolie adopted like 17 babies.
People.
People.
So
You're saying that Edward
They made
Norton
another
has a
Fight Club.
human trafficking?
No,
ring?
Brad Pitt.
Oh, never mind, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. There's a whole
Like,
thing
that's
where
a
like they
baby.
had kept adopting kids and like they just kept doing it.
And then they
Look at
divorced,
that little
right?
baby
I don't know.
mouth.
Yeah, but also an old woman, right?
He's in Glass Onion.
Yeah, him and Glass Onion. It's slap a like white wig on him. That's an old woman.
That's an old
I love the
woman.
part in Glass Onion
No.
when he like gets
Don't talk
super
about it.
mad and then becomes the Hulk.
I was gonna say, I like
And then
his Hulk beard.
then I love the part where he's also
The
like
Hulk beard,
he's
you
also
know?
like monologuing and then Marvel calls him and fires him.
Yeah. And fires him.
I'm sorry, Edward. I'm sorry, Eddie, but you just don't cut it for the movie. We're gonna replace you with Mark Ruffalo.
No, it's
Mark
because,
Ruffalo, are you insane? And then he hangs up.
because Edward Norton's kind of a dick and he actually doesn't do sequels.
Yeah.
Does it?
No.
Oh, I thought like the whole thing was that like the reason why he was fired is because he just called Marvel unprofessional.
Well, that and he doesn't do sequels.
What about
I feel like
what-
Marvel is.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are.
They're not.
We
Dude,
gotta have a
we
whole,
had
like,
a whole discussion
instead
about
of-
Marvel last
Instead of
night.
a movie we talk about next, we're just gonna talk about why the MCU is failing.
Why it's shit.
Well,
yeah.
especially
Like why I'm so tired of
back
hearing
then,
movies
Marvel was shit.
being part of a cinematic universe. When I hear like the next like movie someone's gonna make and it's gonna be like it's part of a cinematic universe, my brain shuts off. I'm like I don't care.
Let's go.
The Fight Club cinematic
What about
universe.
A24's Fight Club 2?
Oh,
Where
I would
they-
watch the shit
where they
out of that.
resurrect
Are they
Meatloaf.
literally-
Are they making that?
They
Yeah,
res-
It just centers around Meatloaf and not
Oh my
anybody
God,
else.
Yeah, they
Fight Club 2 Resurrected.
They use some sort of like pagan ritual to bring back Meatloaf, and
No, they just put a
So
glass
that
like
Like,
his
eye
like
in,
his
the
massive
hole.
body just floats
said
out
it
of a
like the second
grave.
time.
No,
oh, I
they
said
just
pagan. Oh,
they,
whoops.
they
Yeah.
just
Pagan.
plop they plop a glass eye in the hole and then he just gets back up.
Well, there's a Fight Club 2, isn't there?
Book, yes.
And 3.
3. Okay, well, there's 2 graphic novels after the first Fight Club book. The second graphic
Yeah.
novel depicts. I'm just gonna call him Jack because that's what they typically
Oh, you
refer to
know,
him as.
like everything.
Yeah. It's a graphic novel. He gets married and has kids, but then Tyler Durden like comes back
Oh,
Yeah.
for some fucking
There's a
reason,
hole in
and
his
I
head.
don't know
He's
why.
like,
No, it wasn't.
Tyler Durden, but he just has a disability.
he just has a hole in
He,
the back
he,
of
has
his
a,
head.
he goes up in a wheelchair. He's like,
Bro, it's like,
that,
it's like
there's a
it's like
smell.
the 13
There's a
Reasons
smell
Why
to
approach.
that. It
Kid
smells
shoots
like
himself in the
meat.
head, walks with a limp.
Warm.
Mm.
Dude, that smells like salami or something. Like it's
Bro,
not.
Why does it smell like salami?
Bro, it's like the it's like
Like
the
it's
13
gross.
Reasons
It's
Why
like
approach. Child
uncomfortable.
shoots himself in the
It is.
head, walks with a limp.
How
How does that work?
I really want to chew this. Sorry.
Never mind, Jackson. I revoke my statement of you being the one to eat pool noodles. MK,
I am.
you are.
I want to
Fight Club 2, 2 fight,
how's
2
the frame?
club.
Two fight, two club. There's 2 clubs. It's like a Cobra Kai. There's 2 rivaling fight clubs.
Okay, guys.
You have to do a
In
tournament.
this room,
Jared
we are
Leto's
coming
running
up
the other
with
one.
we are coming up with Fight Club 2, 2 fight 2 club. Like, what is
gotta
what
make a
is the
short-
movie about?
It's
What are-
about
For your-
okay. It's
for the
about
film and video
a
club,
rival
you should make a
fight
short
club
Tyler
that starts
Durden.
up and challenges the original Fight Club.
But it's only poetry. That's all they do.
It's slam
Slam.
poetry.
It's slam poetry.
It's chess boxing.
Like they finish their like
Oh, dude, have you
stanza and then they just fucking
No, it's
smack the
it's,
shit.
I've seen
They
Have
have
you
to
guys-
box in those big
Okay.
bubble
Oh.
costumes.
Like the hamster ball.
Yeah.
It's just a sumo wrestling.
Have
club.
you-
seen Bolt?
Have you guys seen Bolt?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Russian car fighting?
Ah,
Yes.
Switch.
2 dudes in a car.
Yeah.
And they're buckled in. And then when they say go, they fucking fight each other. Like, there's dudes, like, choking people out with seatbelts. There's dudes, like, smashing people's heads. It's nuts,
Where do I
man.
sign
It's
up?
nuts.
I want to hold it. Thank you.
You said, I want hold it. Give it. It's my
want
turn.
hold it.
that.
But yeah, Fight Club 2. Tyler Durden
Oh.
comes back.
I don't want
And they resurrect Meatloaf.
They
Yeah.
resurrect Meatloaf.
Meatloaf gets.
You
his
know,
own
it's a
Tyler
hereditary
Durden.
situation. Where it's
Meatloaf's-
just his corpse in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
Right.
Meatloaf's spirit is put
crown.
into the body of Helena Bonham
Oh, God.
He gets his bitch tits back.
And he's like,
You know how that
Yeah,
dream that
Meatloaf.
you directed a movie and I wrote Fight Club, 2 Fight 2 Club.
Yes.
2 fight, 2
Fight the
furious.
Fight the club.
2 fight, 2 furious.
Club of fight.
Fighting Furious.
The fights and the fight in the club.
They couldn't have why couldn't they have come up with a better name?
the Fight
Fight
the
Club.
Club list.
No, like a fucking fight club. It's a club and we fight. Like what?
I mean, it's about the
Should've
Fight
called
Club.
I think it's so
Fight
crazy.
Club Domestic
Anyway, they
terrorism.
couldn't have done anything too like poetic.
They could have male violence club.
No violence
You know,
club. So they just call
I
it
hate my wife's
society.
club. Like,
No girls
no, they don't
allowed.
have wives.
No
girls allowed.
Treehouse. No girls allowed. Y'all should watch Treehouse.
Well, you should not watch
We made
Treehouse.
No. Like,
No.
there's this movie called Treehouse, and it's about a couple of people being trapped in a treehouse while a bunch of, like, killers are outside.
Oh, that's so good.
It's
Can't the killers
It's
just climb up the
great. It was
treehouse?
so great that it ended on a cliffhanger, and me and
So-
James made the trailer for the upcoming second movie that doesn't exist.
Who am I? What's he?
We should do that for Fight Club.
Treehouse 2
Yeah.
Endgame.
Fight Club 2.
Biggie Cheese survived.
Biggie Cheese.
No, it's a nickname we gave one of the killers because he's like large and he runs
Oh.
off. There's Stumpy, Biggie Cheese, and what was the other one?
Johnson.
Johnson.
It's my last
When
three
you
friends.
Stumpy runs around with a limp.
Fucking
Biggie
dog.
Cheese is just bigger, and then Johnson's like the only
Just
normal
bigger. You know, he can say the word fat, right?
guy. Yeah, but that's offensive.
To
Be
who?
labeled as
Meatloaf?
fatphobic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack.
Meatloaf's rotting corpse in the ground.
Yeah, it's a hereditary situation.
When did Meatloaf die?
Meatloaf is rolling in
like
his grave right
2020,
now.
I think.
Meatloaf is actually like tunneling up from the earth to like come get us.
2020,
It's gonna be like the
2021.
Northman situation where just Meatloaf's severed head.
He died last year on January 20th. His death date's coming up.
Oh,
Oh.
His name was Michael.
Guys,
Yeah.
moment of silence for Meatloaf.
you're ruining it. You're ruining it.
Start singing
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
His name was Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
His name was Loaf.
First
The
name
meat of
Meat.
Loaf.
First name
Meatloaf.
Meat, last name Loaf. Mike and Toll.
I think we've talked this fucking movie out. Like, I don't.
I thought I was gonna have a lot more to say aside from that they were gay, but that's really all I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
but why do you think they're gay?
But why?
your proof.
Why do you think that?
I just,
You have the floor.
I don't know. Every movie with two male characters in it, I'm like, they're gay for each other.
He's so narcissistic.
I need
that
the
they're
proof.
gay for each other.
So narcissistic.
Any character, any movie with two male characters, you say.
Yeah, I don't know.
Schindler's List.
No.
Schindler and the guy who ran the concentration
No!
Schindler and the
camp.
List.
Was they
Who's
gay?
top,
Was
who's
they
bottom?
gay
I
for
need
each
to
other,
know.
Ryan?
No.
Any movie with two male characters
Yes.
that work? Jojo Rabbit.
Ah!
Okay, guys. Not okay.
It's what's the guy? It's the Sam Rockwell and his German friend. There. We solved it.
But that's much better.
That's much better.
Wait, were you saying who would top between Schindler and
No!
the guy
Schindler would bottom. Sorry.
Yeah.
who... Okay.
No, I was
Schindler
saying.
and
No,
the
I
I'm
was-
not going to be getting into
I was saying for
psychologists
the
with this podcast.
For the Fight Club, who's
Two male
top, who's
characters,
bottom?
Optimus
Oh,
and
oh,
Megatron.
oh,
I
Who's
have
top?
full
Who's bottom?
synopsis of their
Megatron top.
relationship.
So Brad Pitt's a bottom, obviously.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
What?
I was gonna say Edward
I was
Norton's
gonna
like
say
a
the other
power
way, too.
bottom.
No.
Oh,
No,
no,
I
no,
forgot-
Brad
okay.
Pitt's the power
I
bottom.
figured out
Brad Pitt's power bottom.
an alternate title for the movie: the Alpha and the Sigma.
Who's the alpha, who's the sigma?
Brad Pitt's the Alpha because he associates himself with women, while Edward Norton, he's
just-
like
He gets him out of there. Like, remember the part where Brad Pitt was
Yeah.
having sex with
And he was like,
He
I
was
like the
having-
action.
then he was
Yeah,
downstairs
he was having
lifting
sex.
weights and like the Alpha and the Sigma.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
action you made there. Like,
I liked the, yeah, this is what Jack does. I
Like,
okay.
it's not even like a
No, that's
move.
just-
He doesn't specifically move his hips. He just like kind of shifts his whole
His
body
whole
forward
body.
and backwards.
He moves by the ankles.
He's just
I
He just hovers back and forth.
Like on a hoverboard.
he's
Yeah.
on a conveyor belt.
It's just someone like
actually.
clicking
Yeah.
and dragging his image.
Yeah, exactly.
he's floating above the bed. He's just,
Just moving up and down.
Like planking.
He's on a wire. He has like a wire attached to his back.
Like in a spy movie.
Yeah.
He comes from the ceiling and he just like slowly rotates. until he
okay.
gets to the bottom.
One little scene that okay, back to
Wanna hear
Fight
a
Club
fun-
after.
Yeah, instead of gay
Okay.
sex.
You wanna hear a fun
It
fact
always
about-
goes back to gay sex.
Do you want to
Like
hear
his
a fun
group.
fact?
Oh,
about
yeah.
No,
Brad
I was
Pitt
gonna talk
movie?
about
Oh,
something.
I
Yes.
wanted to-
so you know the movie. I forget what the movie's called, but he plays a gladiator.
Yes. Oh, how they
Gladiator?
had when the fight.
Yeah, when him and Eric Bana were fighting each other, they made a bet that every time someone accidentally hit each other, they would owe each other like a couple dollars. Brad
light
Pitt-
taps were 50, hard
Light
taps were
taps.
100.
Yeah, Brad Pitt ended up owing Eric Bana like a couple $100, while Eric Bana $750, while Eric Bana owed him nothing.
Professionalism.
Okay. One little scene that I liked, I liked the part where he's talking to the woman on the airplane, and he's talking about how whether or not they can like the conditions to whether or not like issue a recall and stuff, and then she's just like, what car company do you work for? And he's like, a major one.
A major one.
It was Toyota.
It was actually Lincoln.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say
A
4.
major. I work for a major car
It was
company.
Tesla.
I can't tell you which one.
It was
I
Elon
work.
Musk.
What car company? A major one. A major
We should get Elon Musk on the pod.
What
What movie would he choose? Though?
I can't tell you that it's classified.
She would definitely choose
You would have
like.
chose any of the ones Ryan has chosen, so
No,
So
I
far.
feel like he
We
would
should get Hole
choose.
in the
What's
Pod.
the one with
Elon Musk.
Andrew Garfield and Mark What's the one about Mark
The
Zuckerberg?
Network.
The
Social
Network.
Network.
The Social Network.
Directed by the same guy.
David Fincher?
Yeah.
Oh, he would pick that one.
Okay.
Elon
I saw the
Musk.
social. I watched the Social
He
Network.
would. The Martian.
That was a fucking good movie.
It was
That,
a good
that was a
movie.
great movie.
That was-
That's the one where he made potatoes, right?
I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like
that was-
Iron Man.
yeah, out of context, that sounds really weird. I'm
He
sorry.
would pick that one.
He makes
I haven't
potatoes
seen The
out of his own
Martian.
feces.
Honestly, you haven't seen The Martian?
I haven't seen.
I think
The
you
Martian.
should.
Dude,
need
it's good.
to.
It's good.
Okay.
Wait, he makes potatoes. I think I know.
He goes to like it's Mars,
He's
right?
stuck
Right.
on
He's
Mars.
trapped
on
Oh,
Mars.
my
He's
dad
trapped on Mars.
fucking My dad loves Fight Club.
I love your dad now. I
Love
suddenly don't have a problem.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
Two guys in life, and life could be considered a movie. So
What are you talking about?
what
I
you were
just-
talking
your
about? What you
rule.
were talking
Your
about?
rule that
Your rule: two guys
Oh,
in every
two
movie
guys.
have
name
to be gay.
Name a movie that I've
Hello,
probably seen
Peter.
and I could say if there's a gay relationship.
Swiss Army Man.
Well, between the two, they're obviously gay for each
That's
other.
necrophilia.
It's called Leto.
That's
Okay.
necrophilia.
7?
Batman.
Well,
Batman.
Batman
and the Riddler.
Morgan Freeman.
Specifically the one with Robert Pattinson.
I
No,
see that
Brad
one.
Pitt.
Batman
has
and
a
the Riddler.
wife,
Mm.
so it has to be
Oh, yeah.
Morgan Freeman and Kevin
You're
Spacey.
pathetic.
No. They
There
can
was
have a
some
secret
tension.
relationship.
They could have a secret
They
relationship.
can have a
Yeah.
little secret love affair there.
Okay, guys, we're starting to run out of time here, so let's go. Jack,
Hello, Peter.
Jack, you
Jack.
know what? Jack, you know what?
What?
You're off the pod.
You're off the board.
You're off the board.
What? You
Okay.
can't do this to
We're-
me. You know how much I sacrifice.
Sit down.
Okay.
Jackson went to start
We're running out of
fucking
time
Fight
here, so
Oh,
let's just go
the
around the
Green
circle
Goblin.
one more time. Favorite scene in Fight Club?
Go.
I really like the part where he's talking about Tyler's jobs, and
Yeah.
it just cuts to like him peeing in the food, and then the splicing of the funnies.
The funnies.
The funnies.
My favorite scene was when Tyler kissed his hand and gave him the burn. That entire scene was very
Also,
okay.
I
I
also
like
like the
chemical
part where the
burns.
buildings blew up.
I like the scene where they're
The end of it.
recruiting everyone, like giving them buzz cuts and like
Space monkeys.
like making them stand outside for fucking like days. Like
Sorry, can I interrupt? I liked it when Bob went to leave after he got told to fucking leave, and then Edward was like, no, fucking stay.
I like how I don't know if it's Brad Pitt or Edward Norton. When he just goes up to Jared Leto and he just shouts at him. He's like, "You're too blonde!"
Yeah.
It's like that's me. That was me the whole movie about
You're
Jared
too
Leto's character.
blonde.
He's too blonde.
I just liked every scene. What was her name? Marla?
Marla, yeah.
I liked especially when he was like, "You can't be here," and she's like, "I don't give,
You're a tourist.
I don't give a fuck."
Oh,
Like
sorry.
I loved her.
I
Yeah,
like
like he
the,
walked
like-
up to her and he's just talking about how she's a tourist. And like, look who's talking.
I like
Yeah.
the split 5 seconds where she's like the smoke slowly coming out of her mouth from her cigarette.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like
I made a Fight Club
robots.
edit.
What?
I know you did.
So my TikTok guys follow me on TikTok.
Yeah,
I
Ryan
know.
BC, but the A is a 4.
You can talk about Fight
I'm gonna take
Okay, guys. My favorite scene.
Taxi driver.
My favorite
I also
scene
made
was either.
Let me guess. After Dark.
No, it was a Deftones
Sorry,
song.
go.
Yes, what is your...
My favorite scene was either the chemical burn scene
Oh,
or
the chemical.
I really
or
like the
when like the lead up and the narrator killing Tyler.
I like the ending, the song playing, and then the fucking buildings.
Where is my
blowing up.
mind by the Pixies?
That's
That
all I've
was
been listening
good.
to for the past 2 weeks.
It was in the lake.
Doo-doo. Sorry.
It's like you met me at a really strange time in my life.
You met me at a very cringe time in my life.
You met me at a very cringe time.
Real.
I was kind of, but now I'm based.
But now I'm based.
Remind me of very strange.
cringe. No, how I taste.
Shit.
Alrighty
We're
then,
reading the
guys.
Crucible, and one of them was like, "Do you
Oh,
find,
I didn't finish
do
the
you call me
Crucible.
base?"
Fuck.
You need
And
Act
like,
2. Act
like,
2.
Based?
I need to finish that, don't
I'm gonna go
I?
to Salem,
I haven't. What
Massachusetts,
happened?
back in time, and then have someone call me based,
Things.
Recap it.
which means bad.
Am I gonna recap
Me-
the Crucible
me when
on
the-
podcast?
Oh, yeah.
God.
We
Everybody,
should.
just recap it right now because I haven't read.
Oh wait,
the
no,
last
we're gonna watch the movie.
We're gonna watch
Yeah,
Act
you
2.
guys
Act
So,
two.
Yeah, well,
But it is gonna be different.
So we should probably
It's a little
start
bit
with it.
different.
Mr. Reverend Hale showed up at Mr. Proctor's house.
Reverend. Spoilers for the Crucible. That's for the podcast.